My name is Andrew Lago, better known as Drew Lago. As of July this year, I am an admin coordinator. Prior to that, I was a pharmacy technician for 21 years, but 5 years here at Kaiser. Um, when I got to Kaiser in inpatient, this was during COVID. I just moved back here from the Bay Area and I knew I wanted to do something big out here. One thing that I've always wanted to do, but I never had the courage, um, the empowerment, and just really the belief in myself was getting an education. But when I was an inpatient, and I was new there. Of course, people were telling me about the benefits, and three techs officially told me were like that were in the program said, "Hey, have you thought about Ben Hudnall?" And I said, "What's that?" And they said, um, you know, they help out with going to school, going to CTU. I came to LA to do something big and to be proud of myself. I didn't know what it was at the time, academically, but I said, you know what? For me, I was like, I'm just tired of being tired. I'm tired of not believing in myself. I'm tired of walking around with these insecurities. I'm tired of being in a room full of college graduates, and I'm the only one that haven't achieved that degree. And this was one of those moments, a pivotal moment in my life where I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I said, I'm gonna do it and I'm not gonna look back. And it's easier said than done. But I was so determined. And then I called Lynn Pearson, my success coach, Lynn Pearson. I called her. I remember this like yesterday. And she said, she asked me the questions, the qualifying questions. And then lastly, at the end, she said, Drew, let me ask you something. You actually called me, I think she said 2 years ago. And around that time when I was talking to you, you were unsure. And what makes this time different? And I said, I gotta just do it. This is something I gotta do. And I do believe telling her like, am I nervous? Do I have anxiety? Yes. Do I have some butterflies? Yes. But this is something that I have to do. And I signed up for my bachelor's with Ben Hudnall. The whole process from Lynn and just working with everybody, the whole process, it's like it opened up a new door. Like they say, you never know until you ask or you inquire. So my dad would always say, he says, you need to always inquire. You know, if I still hung on to that fear or insecurities and never reached out to Lynn, I swear, like my existence on this world just felt different. I felt not, I wasn't complete. Yeah, I wasn't finished with the program, but the fact that I actually signed up and I was doing it. I felt good about it. And here's the other thing. A lot of people they said, working full time and going to school, how are you going to do? You're going to have to give up your weekends. You're going to have to give up all the time, the football games with the guys. And I remember at that point, I said, I'm giving it all up. I said, I'm giving it all up because I said, this is one thing that I have to prove to myself is that not I only sign up for school, but I want to do great. I want to do good. The support, like it really feels that you know that they're on your side. You know that they're ready to ride with you through this program. And there's no other program out there like that. I'm sorry. I mean, I haven't, heard or found anything. And really what it is, it's that I could tell that Ben Hudnall cares. It's different. It's different when people say go to school and do your best and they cheer you on. But when they get right beside you and push you and nudge you, like Ben Hudnall does, the calls, the meetings, the checkups, obviously the stipend, you can't get that anywhere.